So for those who has difficulty in in controlling the connectivity, so you can play my video recording after this. Okay, so please watch. Now, please see this screen that it tells about the facility planning process. Okay, it will be start by define and redefine. So define and redefine means you want to build or improving. Build from the scratch or improving the existing one, since it has a lot of problems, a lot of defects, and anything that will trigger the drop out of the drop of efficiency and also the productivity rate. Okay, so when we have this goal, so you can move to another actions. Okay, because it has similar process, but in initial step, building a new one should equip with another comprehensive knowledge, because it should cooperate with another aspect, just like financial, strategic, long-term plan, vision and mission, company vision and missions, long-term strategy, and also the architectural issue, project management. Okay, so building from the scratch need a very deep research compared to improving. So in improving, at least you have 50, no, not 50, maybe more than 30% already located in your hands, so you can redesign without any big effort at the beginning. So we can move to another action, which is just like specify the support and primary. So support and primary, just like comparing the primary activities and supporting. So how to differentiate between these two things? The primary activities will be related to the input output process. It's just like transforming an input into valuable output. So for those kind who related to that process, we can classify them into primary activities, and the rest of them will be included in the supporting activities, right? So just in the educations, transforming activity is just like teaching, correct? Teaching, and the rest of them will be included in the supporting activities, just like the financial, human resource, logistic, and everything will be viewed as supporting, because they don't transforming you who didn't have enough knowledge, and after you attend the class, you know everything. So it's similar in that concept, right? And after that, you can move to another step, which is determine the interrelationship, because every facility can be grouped or can be placed between a specific role, right? If a facility needs some convenience situation, needs some peaceful or audioless, so we can place it in a distance, so they cannot give influence, just like noise. And after that, you generate alternative facility plan. It means you will have to produce more than one alternative plans. It's a must. Okay, evaluate, select, implement, maintain, and repeat. Whether you have to define or you build. Now, we are now in the second, second step, which is specify the primary and support activities. And after that, determine the interrelationship. And within this step, we will face an algorithm. Maybe some of you feel distracted because, some of them needs logical mathematics, right? Okay, but don't worry, because our our lab will facilitate the implementation of each algorithm, so you can you can know the function of its algorithm. So before we redefine, maybe we can answer these questions as filtering the ideas. So I will hide my sections. So you can start by what is to be produced. So it means the name of your products. Let's say you want to produce a bag, a bag or a uniforms. And then you can move to another questions. How are the products to be produced? It means the activity, how to produce that bags, how to produce that uniform. Okay, so it means you have to detail your activities into the small unit of activity. So everything will be traceable. Okay, and how to depict the activities around the manufacturing and something. So you can use another chart, just like the operation process chart, the flow chart, because it can illustrate the step of each activities in making something. And then we jump into question number 3, whens. So when, it means we have to determine the schedule, when we have to make it. Okay, and then how much, it will answer the unit lot, the quantity, because it will affect, it will affect in many aspects. Yeah, how much each product will be produced, it will affect to our investment, our operators that should be hired, our material handling that should be invested in, right? How many stocks in our warehouse that should be prepared before the production time and everything. So the quantity itself will solve many problems in the manufacturing. And question number 5, for how long, it means the durations. We cannot sit in the same location. Since we know that continuous improvement, it means we cannot sit alone or just sit, wait and see, just produce without any target. We have to improve it. We have to seek the opportunity, and then we have to maintain the profit, right? Maintaining something is very difficult, compared to increasing. So we have to cooperate with another unit, just like the research market and also the marketing. Okay, so both unit maybe it's just like enemy, yeah, manufacturing and marketing unit, because marketing unit is like processing the demand, and then they define the unit. Yeah, they define how much each product will be produced. But somehow the people in the manufacturing unit didn't know that they have a capacity, right? Just like the Tesla case, the target is very amazing, 80% increase, but the capacity itself stays the same. So we have to cooperate with marketing, okay, in order to create a very fine production, and also increasing the moral issue. And then where are the product? It means you have to find the perfect locations. So you can see here how to find the perfect locations. You can see my previous video, okay? Because I'm not going to tell you again. So, and what is wait now? So these 5 questions can be answered by considering the product design, process design, schedule design, and also equipped by the facility location that I already mentioned you before. Okay, so I'm going to focus to these 3 things, just like product, process, and schedule, because it has a very strong relationship. And product design represent about the specification, the volume, the material, mat width, and the process design is just like the step in making that product. The schedule design, it means how, where, when we're going to make this product, make it happen. So the product design will be equipped by graphical technique, technical drawing. You know, maybe all of you already passed the technical drawing. Okay, so the process design can be illustrated by viewing the product design, and the schedule design can live without the process design. So every aspect has strong relationship. So the product design means how the products to be produced, what kind of spare part, what kind of part that should be equipped, assemble, you know. So we can know our capacity. Okay, it's just like maybe you can keep in mind, you see a big giant land, and then it equipped with many parts, many wire, many information system around that. Okay, many nails and everything. Okay, so we can know our capacity is only focused on the tail, let's say, or in the wing of the airplane. The rest of them will be outsourced into another company. So by viewing the whole product illustration, we can know our capacity. Okay, let's say you can build all the things, so it doesn't matter. But if a company only afford with the small parts, so we can know that the rest of them maybe another's, right? So it's just like projecting the future investment and also projecting about the economic performance. Okay. So in the product design, you have to take an attention with the aesthetic, function, material, and also the manufacturing consideration, just like the system, and also the copyrights, the patents. Okay, let's say Zara. Okay, so Zara has a very aggressive manufacturing process. Okay, and the HQ or the headquarters is located in Spain, and the manufacturing is located in nearby the HQ. Why they put the manufacturer, the factory around HQ compared to Asians? Because they want to keep the quality, and also to inform the latest designs. And Asian is a target market, since Asian has a very crowded, a very aggressive number of citizens, so they will put it in the very crowded cities. It's like Indonesia, around Asia. They don't put the manufacturing and factory in growing country. They put it nearby the HQ. So that's the considerations, right? So that's the example of consideration. Many company has distinguished the considerations because it will align to its vision and missions. So Zara vision mission is like serving with the latest design, but with affordable price. Okay, so I can wear Oscar de la Renta or Chanel and Louis Vuitton. It's like this, yeah, it slightly look like the Louis Vuitton, but affordable, affordable one. So that's the aim of Zara. They do aggressive manufacturing, so many practitioners take Zara as a study case because it's very interesting. Okay. But today, Uniqlo it's Zara enemy, just like Zara competitors, yeah, let's say, because they as because Uniqlo has the same, it has the same like Zara did. Now, how to design the product? You can use another tools just like the TFD, benchmarking, part list, component, by using the technical drawing, assembly drawing. Now, and then I can move to another topic, which is process design. And this process, the process design will require how many facility, how many workstations we're going to be built, right? And then the process itself can determine how many pieces that should be purchased in making something, or can we made it by ourselves, or just purchasing in another party, right? Or we can call it make or buy decisions. Okay, and after that we can select the required process, and then we are doing in orderly or sequencing. So you can do a make or buy analysis. So this is the flow chart in make or buy analysis, just like, is the item available? Will our unit allow us to purchase the item? So there are so many questions that should be answered. And then this is the primary question. The diamond itself is like the decisions representations. Okay. If the decisions produce no, it means we have to make it. Okay, and then we can jump to another pass. If the answer is no, it means you have to buy. So just see the flow chart in here. You can read it by yourself. And then I have another case which is reflect to make or buy analysis that already adopt in the project management. Yeah. Okay. This is a part list. And a part list is just a list of part numbers that should be included in making a product. The number parts, the drawing reference, maybe it's just like a very technical, because the product should be traceable. Okay, this is the example, and then this is BOM. Okay, bill of materials. So the main highlight in this table is just like we can know that our capacity, right? Whether we have to make it from the scratch or just buy it from the market, right? So after we do a research about make or buy analysis, so we can make some proposal, so we can arrange our investment, our financials. Okay, and this is the BOM. Example of BOM is just like breakdowning the product into more manageable items. It's just like the WBS, right? In the project management is really similar, but it integrates with the product. So by knowing our bill of material, we can know our capacity in making a product. That's the aims of BOM. And then the selection of procedure step. It starts with the operations, what kind of operation that should be going through until the product finish will be taken. And then identify the process of each operations, analyze alternatives, standardize, evaluate. Okay, this is like the general step in selecting the procedure, right? Okay. It's really similar in another step. Facility step, engineering economy step is really similar, especially when you are in the fifth steps. It means you conduct a feasibility analysis. You're going to use the NPV, IRR, payback period, yeah, because that basic engineering economy is very useful in decision making, So in this case, decision making and selecting the right facility. And this is the process design. It is determining how the products to be produced, right? And the production data for material handling is just like the distance, the frequency, the cost to move the material, the route. This is the important item in material handling. And then how to depict, how to depict the process. So we can see on your screen that we have a standard, okay, assembly chart, flow process chart, flow chart, form to chart, MPPC. This is the standard of manufacturing associations. And then we have a routing sheet. With routing sheet is just like calculating the right number of machines, okay? And then we have IRC. So IRC is a very obsolete tool, but it is powerful. Although is what is it? It's not enhanced, but it can produce still a good result. Okay, and each design process tool has different functions. Assembly chart is just like viewing something that should be assembled with. Flow process chart is just like the flow of the activities in a very serials, right? Equipped with the function, and it has the similar with flow chart, but it is more simple ones. And then we have the form to chart. The form to chart is very useful in finding the unit load. Okay, the moment product, the moment is just like finding the smallest moment. And then we have the MPPC. MPPC is just a form to chart, and MPPC has similar goals, because they can do to select the right route. Okay, let's say every product maybe go through several process, right? And several route. So can you imagine if a company produce a various product, maybe the route is very difficult. Okay? It's very complicated. Let's say Zara produce bag, perfume, okay, salt, shoes, all the fashion item can be what is it? It's very available in Zara. So can you imagine how the manufacturing situation will look like? Okay, if they have very bulky, very large volume of product. So you can use MPPC, multiple product process chart, in finding the perfect route. And also the activity relationship chart is just like placing a facility in order to follow the rules. Somehow the facility should be grouped together, should be placed adjacent, should be put nearby. And in another case, the facility should be placed in a far away, because it produces the noises. Maybe the noise itself could decrease employee attentions in making the products. And then this is the standard of OPC, operation process chart. Operation process chart is just like illustrating our the function is just like illustrating the serial process in making a product. Okay, so just stick to the rule, because you cannot place with heart. If your favorite shape is heart, you wanna eliminate circle with heart. No, because this is the standard, you just follow it. Okay, because every symbol has the meaning. Okay, operation, transportation, inspections, waiting, storing. Okay, maybe you can find it in the lab. Okay, this is the OPC one. Okay, assembly chart. Okay, this is assembly. Yeah, just illustrate all the big picture, and then you can imagine that the picture itself consists of many aspects, many elements, small elements. This is assembly drawing, for example. This is flow process chart. Like I said to you before, it needs the standard symbol. Okay, this is the symbol, standard symbol, and then this is the order of activity in making a product. Let's say, yeah. For example, this is just like a library selection. First of all, you want to find the bookshelves. So it is the operations, and then you have to move. It means you're going to travel to another place. You can use an arrow, right? Take a book request form. You're going to move on the librarian desk until you put the book in a briefcase. Let's say, so it will demonstrate the real situation by using this symbol. So this is the complete flow process chart. Okay, so do you know that lean manufacturing will minimize the arrow? Okay, the arrow, because transporting is just like non-value added, right? Because it doesn't transforming or giving a value to the product, right? Inspection is a real value added because it can improve if we found a defect one. Waiting is a waste, so you can make an abbreviation teamwork. Transportation, inspection, motion, excessive motion. Okay, storage should be minimized because storage doesn't give a value to the products. Double activity, it means at the same time we do more than one job, right? So after we illustrate the process, we can count how many circles we have. Circle, what is it? Reverse triangle, arrow, and then we just count it. Storage. So if our activity has the largest number in waiting time, transporting time, it means you're going to have excessive cost at the end, and the product itself will be costly to the customer. Trust me. Okay. Now, this is a flow chart because it represents the steps and also the logical things. Okay. So all of you maybe understand about this flow chart and also its functions. And then this is the form to chart. Maybe in the next meeting I will tell you the function of form to chart, because the form to chart represent how to select the right or the perfect route. You know, every process in making product has specific route, but what kind of route that will accommodate more than one product? That should be complicated one. So we have to select. The right, maybe the right, not the perfect one, because it's very difficult to find the perfect one in reality. Just find the right route that will cover all the issue, all the various products that produce in the company. That's it. So we have MPPC. The MPPC is just like the same function, just like the form to chart, but the form to chart will produce more robust solutions. Okay, compared to MPPC is just like counting the step, how many backwards. You know backwards. It means we have to go without what is it? Without back again to another. Without back again to our previous step, because backtracking could increase the incident, just like the accidents and also the excessive motions. Okay, backtracking, crashing, it will increase the accident that occur within the employee. So after we found that, after we found this, let's say our company produce A, B, C, D, E, 5 products at the same time, and its product will go to several operations. Okay, the perfect operation will be just line, yeah, just a perfect line without intermittent or reverse step. But it is very difficult because we have another product. Okay, so if we use this as a baseline, as our root, another product will face a problem just like the backtracking one. Okay, backtracking, this one. Okay, after I jump to operation 5, I have to go back again. Okay, so it's very time consuming. Can you imagine if the plan is very spacious and I need to go back to previous area, yeah, which I should travel by using vehicle. So the product will make damage, right? We will produce the damaged product. So the possibility of defect will be increased too. So by using this, we can see that what is the perfect route according to this. Okay, so that's the functions. And then we have a routing sheet. Routing sheet is just like counting the perfect machine that should be purchased by the company or should be invested in, and then by using that or the serial of formula. Okay, so make sure you know how to use the operation process chart, and then you know the tools, the machine that should be used, you know how to count, how to calculate the standard time, the setup time, the theoretical machine capacity, which is obtained from these equations, work hour per day, subtract by setup time per day, and divided by the standard process times. Okay, we have a scrap percentage. Scrap is just like something, it's just like the excess leftover, but it's not going to use again to the production process. And then we have the expected amount. So the expected amount can be used by marketing informations. Okay, so marketing unit will forecast how much customer that will pay our product. So the number of the customer, it means just like a demand, the demand rate. Okay, and then how to count the provided amount is just like using this formula, expected quantity, and then divided by 1. 1 is a given number, minus scrap in percentage fractions. And then we have production on efficiency, as you see in this in your screen. And very maybe you can exercise this in your lab because it will help enough how to understand the routing shifts and also another tools. And then we move to schedule design. The schedule design, how much, when, how to stay it, yeah, when will the product to be produced. It's just like the decision making, right? It is important because it is connected to the investment that should be incurred in, right? Okay, so we need marketing information as well. Okay, so the schedule design will impact to the machine selection. So just keep in mind, yeah. Let's say, for example, we are facing a Ramadan, right? So the Ramadan will impact the schedule design, the product design, and also the process design. Let's say every company, maybe every factory will double their target. So if we double the target, if we increase the target, it means the machine may be included as the considerations. And also the number of employee, right? Number of machine, it means the employee itself, because the machine cannot operate, it cannot be operated by the people, right? The people should be in charge in managing the machine, at least one of them. Although robot can do it by itself, but it needs people in the manufacturing. And then you can consider to increase the shifts. the periods, because maybe you cannot afford to buy a machine. You may choose another option, which is overtime, okay, overtime method. And then space requirements, since your target will be double quintable, let's say is very massive target, maybe you need more spacious warehouse. Maybe you can consider to rent another warehouse, okay, or just like outsourcing something to another party. And then what about storage? Because you produce a lot of product, it means the storage itself, okay, the storage, the shipping itself needs larger space. Okay, the storage policies, it means you need a security because the product itself cannot protect it by itself. You need a people who will monitor, who will watch the availability of the products. Let's say Satpam, okay? And Satpam should be paid, right? And everything. So the schedule design, the product design will have a lot of connection and also a lot of impact. So that's the goal today. If you want to ask me questions, you may activate your mic.